Now that we've got this file and we've read the whole thing into a variable as a string, we can start applying the same kind of string tools to it that we've done in the past. So here's a for instance. Maybe I want to know how many times the word Alice appears in the entire file. Well, that's easy enough. I can just say, let's do the long way here. Counter equals, and I'm going to take the open file and use the count method here, and I'm going to count Alice strings. So every time Alice appears as a string. And then from that, I'm going to say, well, let's print that count, right? And so this will look at the whole file. Let's take a look at what we got here. And right there we can see 172 times that the word Alice capitalized appears. Obviously, if we wanted to get things like small a's and apostrophes and all of those other things, we'd have to do some more work. But just the word Alice, that string exactly as it appears, shows up that many times. And we can do other things too. Let's say instead of counting, maybe let's go ahead and take those out. Maybe I want to change this to a much more interesting book and call it Bubba in Wonderland. Well, again, easy enough. We'll call it my opened file is now going to get a replacement in here. So I'm going to take open file and replace Alice with, and I see that error I got to go back and fix here in a second, with Bubba. Go back there and change my variable name to right. Open file. And let's print that to see how it looks. Move this over so we can see the whole thing. All right. So if we scroll up here and we start reading through and start looking for Bubba's. There it is. Is that all? Said Bubba, swallowing down her anger as she went through. No, and it folded its arms. I'm afraid, sir, said Bubba. So as you can see, a much more interesting book now, because Bubba's way better than Alice, right? Sure, why not? But the point here is that you've got the whole file, so you can do actions on the entire file. Now that may not always be, and in fact, in many cases, is not the best approach, but it's one of several, and it is valid in some cases. So there you go. Keep watching for how we'll loop through these files and do other things.